Greetings, everybody. This is Chris Cash from the Catholic Company, and we're talking today with many different Catholic personalities about their reaction to the retirement of Pope Benedict the 16th. And right now, I'm talking with Jeff Cavins. So, Jeff, welcome.
Thank you. Good to be with you.
Can you share with us your thoughts on the retirement of the Pope?
Sure. Well, the sudden announcement of Pope Benedict's retirement came as a surprise to all of us. And immediately when I heard it, I started to think about all of the wonderful blessings that he has meant to the church, and particularly to me in the area of Bible study. You know, as someone who goes about studying Scripture and trying to find the interpretation and studying the Scriptures in the heart of the church, you really need mentors. You need someone that can tell you, how do you do that? How do you do Bible study? You know, how do you find the literal sense of a text, and how do you go into the spiritual sense of a text? When it comes to the spiritual exegesis, or finding the deep spiritual meaning behind a text, or for example, the meaning of the Old Testament revealed in the New, and how the New Testament was concealed in the Old Testament, there's no better example than Pope Benedict. When you read his books on Jesus of Nazareth, you're literally going in the mind and the heart of the Pope. And as a student, you're learning how to do Bible study by watching what he does. For example, when he sees Jesus in Matthew chapter 4 going into the wilderness, and he's tempted by the devil 3 times, the Holy Father did a masterful job of showing how that really is a fulfillment of Deuteronomy 6 and 8, where Moses really chastises or really instructs the younger generation about their parents' failure in the wilderness, 3 occasions. And the Pope talks about how Jesus draws from that narrative back to Deuteronomy. He just does a great job. So one of the things that I have really taken from his pontificate is how to study the Bible and how to go about it. And that has meant so much to me, and I know it's meant an awful lot to the many Bible scholars of this generation.
Do you have any personal memories of Pope Benedict that will stay with you?
I have one personal memory, and it was with Cardinal Ratzinger. Before he was Pope, I was in Rome, and I was walking outside of the German chapel, the German church, and I saw him coming toward me, and I thought it was him. And of course, this was before he was Pope, and it was just Cardinal Ratzinger and myself, and I was able to stop and talk to him briefly and let him know how much his writings had meant to me as someone who was a student and a teacher of Scripture. My only regret there is that I didn't get a picture. I didn't have a camera or anything with me, but we stopped and spoke just briefly. He was very quiet, very soft-spoken, very, very courteous, and very kind. And I'll always cherish that moment.
Well, thank you for sharing with us, Jeff, and we really appreciate what you've done for the field of Bible study here in the church as well.
Thank you.